Welcome you all back to our last part of this chapter, that is people as resources from economics. So previous class I explained you about unemployment, right? Do you all remember that we have dealt with unemployment in the previous class? I explained you the types of unemployment in detail, and today we are going to see a situation like an area or a place where you can find that how these unemployment are prevailing. If you see in the urban areas, that is in the town side, you can find that the unemployment are most common phenomena. It is often occurring in many places. You can find many youth people who have been completed their metric class, or they would have completed their own graduation or post graduation and not able to find any job. That is because of they will not get a proper opportunity, so they may be delayed in getting jobs. And also you can find that a study that has been proved in our nation, that is most of the unemployment are being found in the graduation and post graduation areas. So who and all have got who and all have pursued means got post graduation, or the graduation degrees, or been considered or been more in number who are in unemployment category. So that is a study which shows in India, and you can see that the manpower has been not utilized properly in our nation, because even though you can find that we have lot of surplus manpower. Surplus means than what is needed, we have the power which has been available, that is the manpower, but it is not utilized in the proper manner. So it has to be categorized and coexist with the shortage of manpower with the others. So that is the thing here. Then you can also see that this unemployment among the people is technically qualified persons are there. So who are all are technically qualified is in one hand. The other side you can find that there are people who are technically skilled and required economical growth, that is also prevailing. So what happens is that the unemployment is still prevailing in our nation in the form of a greater barrier to the common peoples, to the youths who and all been getting graduation degrees, post graduation degrees. Even though if they are skilled technically, even they are being skilled with other aspect also, they are prevailing as unemployees. And unemployees leads to the vast wastage of manpower. Yes or no? So you itself tell me, 100 people are there, only 50 people are getting employed, the remaining 50 is being wasted, right? They go for any kind of small jobs just for earning their own life, right? So that is what will happen. So maximum of the manpower is being wasted in our nation. So they say people is considered as an asset means property. We have land as a property, house as a property, jewels as a property, right? All these things are also called as asset. Okay, similarly here they are saying people as an asset who has the economical turn, can make the economy into an liability, and they feel that they are now becoming hopeless and despaired among the youth, which is happening. And because of this only, many people go into the activities like getting into a person like stealing something, theft activity they will do, or they even indulge themselves in the criminal activities like terrorist group like that and all. There is a possibility for them to go, right? So that also has to be stopped in our nation. Then you can also see that this people as resources, people does not have enough money to support their family. So when they were being provided with some kind of benefits, like if they join in particular terrorist group, every month they will be paid 50,000 60,000, means definitely the person will indulge himself, right? Yes or no? You self accept, yes, it is possible. Even though if they are educated, and you can find that they feel the inability of education. So even though they are graduated, even though they've got high education, but you can find here they are unemployed, they don't have any gainful employment over here. to improve their own living condition. So unemployment is tending to increase the economical overload. That means it is increasing the economical overload of our nation. Continuously it is going to increase, and the dependent section is also continuously will be increasing. So the quality of a life of an individual will be definitely affected, and he will not be able to live an standard life. So because he has to survive, and he will not be able to provide proper medical care and schooling facilities for his own children's or who's dependent on him. Example, imagine a person is there like Raju or Krishna. What they do is, if he is in graduate degree owner and he is been not given proper job, just he works in a private office as a clerk or as a person who is helping them in their work, so he'll be paid very meager. So when he's been paid very meager, so what he will be able to do, he will not be able to satisfy the needs like health facilities and education. Basic facilities only he can provide to his own family members, like food, shelter and clothing. With that he can make them to grow. That is what is possible, but the status of the economical condition will be down. You can see here that the impact of unemployment that has been created in our nation is, it has increased a lot of unemployment and depression in the economy, and vast resources of the nation has been wasted. And you can find that only the human can transform the natural resources into an usable resources, right? Yes or no? So if they are not utilized properly, the natural resources even will become liable, or it is inability to use, it will become. So in India, if you see, there is an statistical assumption which has been done, or statistical survey which has been done, and in which they are saying that the unemployment rate is low. You know why India's unemployment rate is very low? As I told you already, the same reason only. The thing is, the people get into a job which is not their own find of job. Like as I told you, a person who has completed engineering degree may go as a teacher for a school. A person who has completed graduation degree may go as a driver, as an auto driver, or he may go in a private firm to work as a person who is doing operation of the machines and other things. So when he go in that manner, that time he will not be considered as an employee, right? Yes, but the economical condition, if you see that, the economical condition of the person will be definitely low. So he appears to be working throughout the year, but in terms of potential and income, it is not the adequate for him. So it is not giving him a possible lifestyle to live. Then also you can see that here there are people who cannot sit idle at home, right? Even if you see your grandfather or grandmother will not sit simply at home, they'll just go do some work and do other alternative works at home. Yes or no? So those people cannot sit idly at home. So what they do is, they'll go either do stitching work of slippers, or they will do farming activities. If they have farming lands, they will choose their own area of working, right? So they tend to engage themselves in an activity. They are ready to engage themselves in an activity, but the earning will be very low. Earning will be just for an subsistent level. So moreover, you can find here is that because of unemployment, there was one more thing which is brought into practice, that is the self-employment. You can provide employment for your own self, like doing farming activity or doing some craft works, small scale industries like pickle industry or the agarbatti industry, or with the self-help group they set up an industry of something like that. So that will reduce the hardship of unemployment. That is what is the belief of them. So but even you can find that this does not reduce the poverty of the family. It is just reducing the unemployment only. Gradually the surplus labor will be included in that. If you see in India, we discuss about the employment scenario. the sectors are more earlier. So if you see about the first thing, that is primary sector. So agriculture is the area where you can find more number of peoples are engaged, but the economical condition is not that much good. In recent year it is declining, it is going down, because the dependent of population on agriculture is partly like we saw no discussed unemployment. Like even if you take those people out of it, the yield will be remaining the same. So if it is in this condition, definitely the primary sector also cannot improve. And if you see about the next thing, that is the secondary sector. And some people who are being considered as an excess people in primary activity, no, if they are taken to the secondary sector like mill work or something like that. So this secondary sector, like small scale industry or manufacturing industry, also most labors are abstract. Like most labors cannot be employed. They will be requiring very less of labor because of the machines that has been indulged. So that area also not gives proper opportunities for the persons to sell their products. And if you see about the next thing, that is marketing as well as the transport and communication, that is called as the tertiary sector. Even in tertiary sector now it is appearing like biotechnology, information technology, all those things may start providing them a job opportunity. But new services which has appeared, no, has slowly only has developed. And this development can even make the unemployment to be get eroded. So this is what is about the thing. And the small case study which is there in our book, which I wanted to discuss, that is the story of the village. So here is a story of a village, and we all will be interested in learning, in listening the story, right? So in this village is a smaller village, but you can find that here the people, everyone are earning. They are self satisfied, like they are able to feed their family. Feed means provide food for their family 3 times a day. So that is happening for them. And you can see that every family members are making their own cloths, making their own technical things of their own things. And teaching also has been done by their own family members or their own relatives. And one family in that village decides to send his own son to an college of agricultural college. Okay, and they are getting admission for him, and the admission has been placed, and he's completing his own agricultural course, that is agricultural engineering. And he comes back. So when he comes back, he can think that he has got a graduation degree and he can live his own life, but he did not think like that. He wanted to provide creative aspect and designing new things to improve his own village. So he has improved some type of plowing, and he even increased the yield of wheat. And that created new jobs of agro based industries, like agro engineers, and where he has filled in the village areas. And this family in the village has sold the excess productions to the neighboring villagers, and they started even giving good products, and they got good earnings. So they got more kind of profits. Okay, and this is one thing. And another thing which will be here is that you can find that this story, this boy who has got educated as an agricultural engineer, has inspired the other children also. So what they decided is that they met at the panchayat means the 4 5 villages together, they will have one panchayat. Okay, so there they met and they decided to send all their children to the school. All the parents promised that they will send their children to school, and they requested the panchayat to establish or to start an school for these children, so that they will get educated. And the panchayat had helped them. Panchayat has, with the help of the government, it opened a school, and teachers were also recruited from the nearby villages, and all the children started going to the schools. And this has even improved the educational condition of the people. And in some other part, you can find that other family gave training to their daughter in tailoring work. Tailoring work means the stitching and making clothes. So that was also started. And she what did you know, she started even teaching that to the others. Like she started stitching cloths for all the family members in the village area, and that made the people to get or buy very good cloth, very good stitched product, and that even reduced their time of traveling to town and buying the cloths. So that was also being done. And because of the time travel, the people started concentrating much on the farming areas, and the farming areas production was also increased. So this is how the village has got the beginning of the prosperity. This is what about a family in the village. The farmers who are there in the village, who is continuously consuming the thing which is available over there. And here you have to understand one thing, that is the production of others who comes to the village is being called as a market area. Like over time it has been improved, and the beginning of so many things that happened, like teaching was there, tailoring was there, agriculture engineer was there, and many more things were being developed. This raised the level of the village to a higher level. So the rising level of human capital enables to evolve into a place of richness. So if people is being given continuous education, and those education are being utilized by everyone, or being given an opportunity for everyone to do it and do an improvement in that, makes the condition of the particular area to be a richer area, and modern economical aspect can also be developed. So this is about this chapter, students. So people as resources chapter is over. So I want you to read this content, and particularly the story of village, and write the first three question. You have exercise question in page number 27. First three questions alone with answer, and send me. Okay, students. Thank you. Bye.